Intro. YouTube, what's up everybody? This is, I don't know, this is going to be an interesting one. So we are another donation deck, so we'll preface by saying this is a donation deck. But we're playing some Bogles today. A little bit of maybe some different Boggle cards than you're probably used to. We have the hexproof creatures, Bassara Tower Archer, Gladecover Scout, pretty straightforward. And the other creatures we have are Storm Chaser Drake, which draws a card whenever it's targeted, and then Ivy Gleeful Spellthief, which is a new card. Very interesting one. So it's a 2/1 flyer. Whenever any player casts a spell that targets only a single creature other than Ivy, you may copy that spell, and the copy targets Ivy. Now this says spell, which means that if you play an aura, say Arcane Flight, if you put Arcane Flight on one of your hexproof creatures and you have an Ivy in play, you can get a copy of the Arcane Flight. It doesn't copy just instants and sorceries. You get a copy of the Arcane Flight and also put the copy on Ivy. This is exceptionally powerful with enchantments that draw cards when they enter the battlefield. So, say, for example, you have a Boggle and an Ivy, and you cast Cartouche of Knowledge. You get a copy of the Cartouche, which means you draw 2 cards. So very powerful. The other auras we're playing for Curious Obsession, probably one of the best auras ever printed, so we're definitely maxing it on those. Even have a couple of combat research as like pseudo Curious Obsessions, albeit much worse, but just, again, keep the cards flowing. Arcane Flight and Aqueous Form are a way to give our creatures evasion to help us draw cards with the obsessions and the researches. We have the aforementioned Cartouche of Knowledge, again, more ways to give evasion, cantrip, Rune of Might, cantrip plus trample. Trample's less relevant, but more relevant that it just cantrips. And then other creatures, and these also cantrip as well, the Storm Chaser Drakes. And then a couple copies of Spell Pierce, just kind of rounding out the deck in the main deck. 22 lands, and then in the sideboard we have 4 Safekeepings, which is mostly here to protect your Drakes and your Ivies, because obviously your other stuff has hexproof. Mystical Disputes for control, Gust for mono green, Spell Pierce for control mostly. Weathered Runestone and Soul Guide Lantern for Greasefang, and then Damping Sphere for mono green and various combo decks. So I'm kind of excited to see how this plays out. This might go very poorly, so, be prepared for that, but it's going to be a lot of fun either way. I think I don't like that one. Alright, I'm on the play. No, I'm on the draw. Well, I have a Boggle, so I'm going to keep. Is that Elon Musk? Who knows, maybe. Inspiring Vantage. Okay, go. Surely we're not going to die on turn 3. Surely. We updated the deck to play the white cards while it was gone. Yeah, I played 2 matches with the blue-green version, and it just wasn't it, I think this version has a much better chance of actually winning games. It's really hard to justify playing, a Boggles deck without this kind of stuff. Because that's like the whole point of what makes Boggle so good. We have more Staggering Insights on the board? No, only 2. Maybe there should be more. I could see that. Because they are pretty good at racing in matchups like this. Blocks. Favored Hoplite. Okay, I'm at 11. I mean, I obviously have to play as if they have nothing. So, playing as if they have nothing means I go Glitters plus Form. Yeah, I think Glitters plus Form. I guess I could go Ethereal Armor, Aqueous Form, Curious Obsession, and then I could next turn Glitters. So that would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, put them to 12. Yeah, that's probably better, right? I think that's better. Yeah, we gotta maximize damage this turn for sure. I have to make my creature unblockable, though. That has to happen. So this is my way to maximize damage. Alright, don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Surely I won't die, right? How was Blue Black Phoenix? It was okay. I feel like we had a pretty bad matchup spread. Like, we didn't play against any of the aggressive creature decks. And I do think this deck the Phoenix deck is, like, kind of not that bad against, like, mono white and stuff like that. But we just didn't play against those decks. Played against a lot of, like, more mid-range control decks. But it felt like there was something there. I think 3 Shieldred main deck was kind of sketch. And also, only playing 1 Opt was also really sketchy. Because the thing about the blue-black version is you have a lot less discard outlets, so you don't have Lighting Axe and Is a Charm, so you need to maximize your cantrips, and also you have like these cards like Fatal Push and Bloodchief's Thirst that you just can't cast in the Phoenix turn sometimes, and that was awkward. So, late him at 3. Aw, hold. I didn't die, chat. How did I not die? How is this happening? All right, well, kill you, I guess. How did I just not die? How on earth did I just not die there? Okay, I guess. I was dead to basically any card in their deck. Deece. Alright. Stole a game. I guess I bring in Dromoka's Command. Certainly don't want Safekeeping. I almost... probably go down on Ivy, right? Ivy's kind of shit against them, because I have to tap out for it, and I can't protect it that well. Yeah, I'm just going to try and, like, nut draw them with my Hexproof creatures. You definitely need more lifelink stuff, for sure. Maybe there should be more another Staggering Insight on the board. We have the Rune of Sus, though. We do have the Sus, so we have 3 ways to gain life. You can't bring in Fear on the draw. Yeah, no shot. How did the updated red-black sack feel? It was weird. I still don't really know if I like main deck Karizevs. I think we played against green once, but I don't know. It felt kind of mid against the non-green decks. So I feel like it might just be better to not play Karizevs. I did like Fable, though. Fable was very good. So I think it is still probably correct to play Fable over Breeds, but I think it's better to just cut the main deck Karizevs, and then play like 3 in the sideboard just for mono green, and then your plan is to cut, bring in Karizevs against mono green, and then cut the Giganta. Sentinel's Eyes to keep a blocker. True, but they have God's Willing. Legionnaire. Alright, we need to find some spells. It's not really spells. I guess we have Lifelink, which is good. Can't complain about that. Cannot complain about Lifelink. Now we just need Ethereal Armor. I would like 1 Ethereal Armor, please. Armor off the tizzy. That's actually kind of bad for me. That's actually really bad for me. Okay, that helps. So we go Sus plus Combat Research. Better to play Curious Obsession. Alright. We've reestablished our lifelink creature. Hopefully they don't have another portable hole. That would suck. Staggering Insight at home. The Walmart Staggering Insight. Pick that one up the shelf. Actually, that one was under the shelf. And it had like the the yellow Walmart sticker where it's 65% off. Was Leyline good enough? Yeah, Leyline was good. I think you want to play Leyline for sure. I am now asking for 1 copy of... Shit. We're dead. Wait, they killed Obsession? Oh, this thing has Vigilance, yeah. Okay. Huh. Okay. Is quite good. Wait, I could just get double armor, right? Oh, then each aura you control. Well, I can just go this, get armor, and get Aqueous Form, right? Yeah, I can get armor plus Aqueous Form. So we go Mana Confluence, Light-Paws. I don't have to attach the Light-Paws, right? Okay. So we can go Sentinel's Eyes this. Yes. Oh, wait. Oh, attached to Light-Paws. Okay. That doesn't work then. Shit. Okay, I fucked up. For some reason I thought you could enchant other stuff. Battlefield attached to Light-Paws. Okay. Well, that makes things a little bit more awkward then. I guess I could Aqueous Form this, right? So I Combat Research this and then Aqueous Form this, I think? No, I can't Aqueous Form this. What am I saying? Yeah, I can't Aqueous Form that. Oh, I can Cartouche, though, to get a blocker for this. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, okay. Let me just chill. Okay. We're fine. Yeah, these have to go on Light-Paws. I haven't played with this card yet. For some reason, I thought you could take the auras and put them anywhere. It's the first time I've ever cast that card. That card would probably be a little bit too good, right? If you could put them anywhere. Portable hold number 3. Oh god. I don't want to talk about portable hold number 3. We're gonna pretend that card doesn't exist. For Blue Black Phoenix, how do you feel about going -2 shield or -2 power word, +3 op main, and then -3 ray, +3 brutality sideboard? That all sounds pretty good. I kind of want the 3rd children in the sideboard though. Does the enhanced version look like it's curled? Pretty good draw step. That was a pretty good draw step, chat. Pretty good draw step. Alright, duck you. I guess they could blow me out in combat here. And I'm attacking, so. Like, even if they have God's Willing, if their hand is God's Willing plus nothing, it's only 8/8, so I don't lose my creature. But they have, like, God's Willing plus something, then I could lose my creature. Be kind of awkward. You give up Greasefang equity there. Bottom that. Okay. What's the 3-mana infinite portable holes? Oh, the card you're thinking of is Temporary Lockdown. Right. 3-mana, kill all your stuff. Beam me up. This version already feels a lot better. Alright, do they have another spell to cast? Feels like they probably do. Put a card on the bottom. And second scry is... You know what they might have? They might have a second God's Willing. No, because if they had second God's Willing, they would have killed me, right? I guess we combat research post-combat to get... I don't know, it doesn't really matter. I don't know what the point of doing that was, but... Yeah, because if they had double God's Willing, they would have just went God's Willing pro white, God's Willing pro green. Or reverse order, but we won a match! If I went on Light-Paws, was it lethal? If I put the armor on Light-Paws? Oh, yeah, I could go armor on Light-Paws and then Aqueous Form on the Light-Paws, right? Yeah, you're right. I think I could have killed them there. And before incoming 5-0. I mean, this version does feel a lot better, you know? Like, the idea is cool, right, with, like, Ivy, but Ivy seems like it gets a lot more broken when you have Ethereal Armor plus all that glitters. Right? Like, if you have a Boggle and an Ivy, and you just go Ethereal Armor by Boggle, copy, target my Ivy, it's pretty good. Ivy does seem like a very powerful Sustenance and Staggering Insight. We have both those cards in our deck. Alright, we're on the draw. This hand is kind of sus, but I think we YOLO. Got 2 shots at it. Even if we miss, I guess we have this. I'm going to keep it. Okay. It's not terrible. This matchup can't be that bad for us, right? Because our life total doesn't matter. Try and wedge some Cerulean Drakes in the board if there's that much red. Not sure what to cut. The thing about Cerulean Drake is, like, the card is just so low impact, being it's a 2-mana 1/1, right? Like, yeah, it's fine against mono red, but I think it's more... I think if I wanted cards for mono red, I would just play more of these. Like, more lifelink enchantments. I think those are better. Yeah, maybe the Paladin, too. But that's 3 mana. 3 mana is kind of sketchy. Land. Land! Easy. So we go... I think I just maximize damage, right? Go Cartouche plus Obsession. Yeah. I'm gonna maximize damage. They showed Besage You. True. Good to know about, but they can't Besage You this turn, so... But they can Besage You next turn. So they have Besage You Troll. But yeah, we can keep in mind they have Besage You. Although if they play Troll, they can't Besage You me this turn, so... Need to find, like, a way to get Flying or Aqueous Form, something to get past this Troll, because they can just chump block. What for Luncheon Week is still going? I'm only 3 hours into the stream. I usually try to go for about 4 to 4.5. Just bought into Commander, drop 4,500 on decks, 10 decks different, 10 decks off Craigslist. Craigslist, huh? We're buying Commander decks off Craigslist? You know, instead of spending $4,500 into Commander decks, you could have bought 4 30th anniversaries. I'm just saying. about Storm Chaser Drake or SRAM. Well, I hate Storm Chaser Drake. I think that was in like the blue-green version of this deck. Not a big fan of Storm Chaser Drake. SRAM could be okay though. SRAM is, I think, a little bit more powerful than Drake. That was insane. Okay, what if I go Armor on Scout, Sentinel's Eyes on Token, just so I can kill Teferi without losing a lot of damage? I think I like that a lot. I think wasting the second Sentinel's Eyes is fine, but I want to maximize damage here. So you, Teferi. I think this makes a lot of sense. And then your turn. Alright, we're chilling. They're at 10. Still know about Boseiju, though, so... We have to keep Boseiju in mind. Super Vigilant token. Vigilance twice. So, if I shove everything on the Scout... even if they Boseiju the Armor, it's still a chump block. So, I am going to do that. Blue, white... Insight here. Sentinel's Eyes here. Back, they probably just chump block and save the Boseiju. I mean, they have to chump block either way. I guess they could Boseiju and not block, but they would take 1, 2, 3, 4. Is what, 6? Yeah, I guess they could do that too. Sure. Proceed. Yeah, I guess they're holding on to the Boseiju for like an Aqueous Form or flying something like that. It's really unfortunate that our life total doesn't matter in this matchup. But yeah. Yavimaya Coast and deck over Breeding Pools. We already have 8 other Shocklands. I don't want to play 12 Shocklands. Alright, Cab. Still haven't found Nykthos though, which is good. God, if I attack though, they can chump block and get back Storm. I'm supposed to just sit here and wait till I draw an Aqueous Form. Problem with that is then they have Boseiju. No, they played Boseiju. Okay. Yeah, honestly, I think I'm supposed to wait and just try to draw an Aqueous Form. Does that make sense? Because, like, giving them back Storm is kind of sketchy. They can't cast it they can't flash it back. I think I'm just going to pass. I guess I'll play my idiots. Just, like, no reason not to. Proceed. Yeah, we'll just play some dudes and pass. Oh, I lost the Obsession. I guess that was the reason to attack, huh? Okay, maybe it was worth attacking because not losing the Obsession. But then they just cast Storm, though. It's kind of close. Well, Aqueous Form is still lethal, because it's 9 plus 1, so it's still 10. That's bad. That is not good. I think these sideboards have been playing Ratchet Bomb recently, so yeah, probably can't beat that card. Ratchet Bomb, Monka S. Actual Monka S. Could have thrown away the token. Yeah, actually, the more I think about it, attacking with the token was 100% correct for multiple reasons. One, it doesn't fall off the Curious Obsession. And two, if I put the Sentinel's Eyes in the graveyard before I draw Light-Paws, then the turn... Well, I guess I wouldn't have an extra card to escape, right? But yeah, putting this in the graveyard for Light-Paws lets me go Light-Paws, cast this, put Aqueous Form, and then kill them, right? So maybe I should actually be, like, suiciding 2 things here. Alright, I'm gonna do it this way. This is gonna look kind of sketchy, like it's kind of obvious what I'm doing here, but... Oh, right, I always forget that. The form goes on Light-Paws, not this. Yeah, you're right. Okay, maybe that was bad then. I mean, it still gives me a thing for Light-Paws, right? It still gives me something to do with Light-Paws, which is maybe worth it, but maybe not. I'm just gonna leave this in the graveyard. Does Light-Paws only trigger from hand, really? Light-Paws. No, it says, when an aura enters the battlefield under your control, if you cast it, not from your hand. And you are casting it from the graveyard with Escape. Yeah, it doesn't specify from hand, it just says if you cast it. Imagine if we had a Jeff. Yeah, it would just get brickwalled by the Cavalier of Thorns. Yeah, they killed the armor. I guess 4 would still be a 2-turn clock. Did I save that? Such a weird spot. Saving it's good if I draw Light-Paws. And I'm not going to attack anyways, right? Yeah, I'm just going to pass. Escape Sentinel's Eyes? What's the point of doing that? I still want to save. I want to save my stuff in case there are Light-Paws. The whole point of saving all these cards is if I draw Light-Paws, I want to have stuff to do with it. That's why I'm not casting these, because they don't do anything. Still haven't found a Nykthos, though, which is, I guess, good for me. They're going to get the Storm next turn, though. Still dead at Aqueous Form, because now that we drew all the Glitters. Think Glitters is enough for Light-Paws? Yeah, but, like, what's the point of casting the Sentinel's Eyes? It just doesn't really accomplish that much. Like, there's no reason to cast it. I have plenty of mana. I can flash it back anytime I want. Just draw the Aqueous Form. Make it easy. Give me the Aqueous Form. I think I only have 2. Uh-oh. Well, now we're probably dead. We were alive, and now we are not alive. Unless they hit, like, 2 Llanowar Elves. Okay, that's beatable, because they don't have a way to untap Nykthos. Alright, Aqueous Form 1 time. Mana Confluence. Alright, I think I've seen enough. I guess I maybe had a couple more draw steps, but yeah, we weren't getting there. Yeah, we wouldn't have survived this many turns. I can assure you that. Alright, let's bring in Aether Gust. Bring in Dromoka's Command to fight the Elves, but probably want to bring in Damping Sphere. I feel like the Ivy stuff might be too slow. Yeah, I think I need to be really, really fast in this matchup, and I think Ivy is more of a value-oriented card. As cool as Ivy is, it's just not for this kind of matchup, I think. Yeah, it's good. It does fly. Yeah, but they have Cav. I think I need to play towards, like, Light-Paws Aqueous Form and that kind of stuff. Sand's not bad. I mean, it's got too many Bogles, I guess, but... It do fly. It do be flying, dough. It do be flying, dough. Cannot wait to get bricked by a troll next turn. It's going to be great. Oh, yeah. They're just going to play troll, and I'm not going to draw an aura. Never mind. That was kind of perfect, actually. I guess they can double block Boseiju, one of my +1/+1s, and then trade, which I guess would kind of suck, but we have more Bogles. Maybe that's not that bad. They are doing that. Okay. I'm going to shock. Get a Temple Garden. Because I want to be able to go Scout plus... Oh, they're not blocking. Okay. Oh, right. They would have blocked first. We played Light-Paws this turn. Because, like, Damping Sphere doesn't do a lot this turn anyways. Because they don't really have a Nykthos play next turn. Let's just play our creatures. I think this is fine. Why is there no Breeding Pool in deck? I'm playing Yavimaya Coast over it because I already have 8 other shock lands. But maybe it's just better to play a Breeding Pool. It's kind of close. Did they brick on land? They did. Oh, we still can't attack, so... Oh, that's not true. I can Curious Obsession this, and then Aqueous Form it. Well, hold on. How much do I care about them chump blocking with Cav and getting back Karn? Because I could just go Curious Obsession, get Armor. If I go Curious Obsession, Armor, I have a 7/7. I attack, maybe they block, get back Karn. But, like, that's kind of fine, right? The Cav get Boseiju. Get Form, attack with both. How am I attacking with both? I think I'm just gonna go for... I think I'm gonna go for Armor. Yeah, I think I like this. Escape? What, if they kill my thing? Oh, I see. You wanted to suicide the Scout and then escape? Maybe. Maybe that would have been fine. I see what you're saying. You wanted to just, like, let them block the Scout so we can escape the eyes. Because then if I escape the eyes, then I can get Aqueous Form next turn. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. You could be right about that. Yeah, that probably would have been good, actually. Because then I'd have the Sentinel's Eyes, which would get the Aqueous Form. Yeah, you're probably right. They put Boseiju in their hand. Kind of sketchy. Well, it doesn't matter, so... Nothing matters anyways. Easy. Easy. All right, game 3. Here we go. Game 3. Okay, I have no blue mana. How many blue sources do we have? It's actually the first time that our mana is biting us. 4, 8, 12, 16. I think I have to keep. It's really hard to mulligan a hand with the Boggle. I think this hand's a keep. We have, like, other cards that we can draw, too, right? Like, it's not just Boggles. We have more Cartouches, Sentinel's Eyes, All That Glitters, Ethereal Armor, Gryff's Boon. Those are all fine draws. more blue cards. Temple Garden, also good draw. Yeah, Light-Paws would be a good draw. Temple Garden, also a good draw. Okay. Sus. Not exactly what I'm looking for. I mean, given that they have the Cure, I kind of just have to play the Damping Sphere, like... It actually makes it really awkward, though. Because I can't double spell. I guess if I draw blue source, I can double spell with these two. But it was a great draw. Kind of, but it makes my draw a lot slower. You know? Like, I can't double spell now. Not effectively. Sure, I guess I can't double spell anyways, but... Okay. 2-mana Mystic, Pog. Alright, drew the blue source to start. Somebody told me. I think we go Combat Research Cartouche. Combat Research Cartouche. I think that makes sense. Bring it back down tonight. Playing 2/1 this turn lets you go 1 and 2 next turn. Yeah. Oh, well, we're dead. Yeah, I get more blue mana, I guess, but we're dead. It's fun while it lasted. GG's in the chat. I guess they just have nothing. Surely they'll brick off this Oath of Nissa, right? Okay, alright, pause champ. What's the point of Besaging if they didn't have a payoff? Like, wouldn't they save it? Well, I guess they wanted to use the Nykthos. Sure, I guess that makes sense. Ooh. I guess I only have 2 blue sources, which is kind of awkward. Question here, do I attack Kiora, or are we just saying fuck Kiora at this point? Kind of want to go, like, Aqueous Form, Staggering Insight, and just ignore Kiora. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I like this. Bottom. Yeah, they have too much mana anyways. Okay. Wish I had a blue source to cast that. I go to 11. I'm trying to think if I want to just use my mana here for the All That Glitters. I kind of... Well, I guess I don't need to, right? Because I have 5 mana, which still allows me to go Obsession, Glitters, and Hold Up Gust anyways. I feel like the 2 damage matters more. I could be wrong. You think attack Kiora? Well, the issue with attacking Kiora is I kind of have to... If I attack Kiora, I also have to put this on it to threaten lethal on Kiora, because otherwise it's only 3 damage. Alright, well, now we probably win. 8... Is this lethal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is plus 6, 8, 6. Am I 1 point short? Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 15, 16, 17. No, it's lethal, right? Did I just do my math wrong? I think it's lethal. Maybe I did my math wrong. I hope it's lethal. Alright, it's lethal. Let's go! Let's go! Yeah, we couldn't kill the Kiora unless we played the Obsession, and if we play the Obsession, they just chump block with the Troll, which is the awkward. Shout out to the person in chat who was suggesting Breeding Pool, because these would be a lot better as Breeding Pools this game. I don't know if I keep this hand, though. I mean, I have Ivy, which means I guess maybe I should just say fuck it. Let's try it. Draw a White Source, it's pretty good. Boggles is dope, man. Do it for content? Yeah. I won? Yeah, they just drew nothing. They didn't draw payoff. They didn't draw payoff, and I drew back-to-back all the glitters, and then they died. White source count. We have 2, 6, 10, 14, which is not bad. 14's, like, decent. Mono green again? Okay. I think we're supposed to play Ivy first, right? Yeah. Come wake me up. White source, Prage. White source, please. White source is so good here. White source, come on, dealer. White source, please. White source. I beg. I beg. White source. Yes! Let's go. Alright, so we just go Tower Archer and then armor the Tower Archer, right? Dude, this is Pog. This is Pog Racing. This is how it works, right? Yeah, okay. Yes, I would like to use the ability. Thanks. Question is, do we attack Kiora? Just double insight? How am I double inciting? That's not how that works. Audio, do you know what the card does? I can't target itself. It has to target a creature other than Ivy. Yeah, I'm attacking Kiora. I'm attacking them. I don't know what you're talking about, Claudio. It's not what the card does. You have to target something else. Mock's competitor doesn't know what Ivy Gleeful Spellthief does. Can you imagine? Can you imagine not knowing what Ivy Gleeful Spellthief does? Absolute banger of a card. Okay, I don't think they're dead. I think I can force them to chump block, though, right? Which is actually pretty good, because forcing them to chump block gives them a lot less devotion. So I think we just go Staggering Insight, Sentinel's Eyes. Oh, I can't do that. I have to go Insight, Combat Research, which is fine. Yeah, Insight, Combat Research. Dude, this Ivy card is kind of fucked up. Yeah, Combat Research is not unblockable. And we were wasted on... Ivy kind of broke it against non-removal decks? Yeah, that's true. What they put on top? They targeted Storm the Festival, so I guess they're just going to Storm and Prage. Okay. So untap this. 3, 4, 5, 6 Storm, but they have none floating. I feel like we should be okay. I don't think we can die here, right? Unless they hit, like, exactly... I guess they could hit Teferi... Oh, wait. No. Now what? They've already played a land for the turn. Oh, but I guess they just have blockers now. Shrooge. Oh, wait, no, I have 2 flyers. Yeah, I have 2 flyers. Okay, we're chilling. We're chilling. Let's go. I figured it out, chat. I figured it out. Come on. Alright, what did we do last time? We boarded in Sphere and Gust. I think we said we didn't want commands. It's so weird. Because, like, Ivy looked insane that game, but I boarded it out the last time I played against them. Maybe I should not be boarding out Ivy. Like, this thing's kind of whatever. I don't need this. Maybe I can trim down on the lifelink stuff, because my life total doesn't matter in this matchup. I still think Insight's fine. Maybe, like, the extra Sentinel's Eyes. Maybe trim 1 Ivy. Maybe 4 is too many. Trim the 2-mana Boggle, they have no removal. Seems better than Light-Paws. You want to cut Light-Paws? What if we just kept 4 Ivies and trimmed a Light-Paws? We could do that. Yeah, let's try that. I think Tower Archer seems like the cut. I guess that's true. They don't have removal. I could cut Tower Archer. Maybe that's fine. Yeah, because I'd probably rather have a Light-Paws this game. But yeah, it's probably fine. I'm gonna keep this, obviously. This hand's good. Light-Paws would certainly be a lot better in this hand. You've identified an issue? What's the issue? If you say it's the mana, yes, I'm already aware that the mana's an issue. Playing an aggro deck with only 4 1-drops. What other 1-drops would you even want to play, though? Like, are there any other good 1-drops to play? This hand's fucking lit. The mana base probably doesn't need to be this painful. You think so? Guy that puts counters. Oh, you're the one. It's like 1 mana 1/1. Whenever you play an enchantment spell, put a counter on it. That could be good. We just full send, right? Pretty sure we just full send. Full send. Yeah, Generous Visitor is the one. And I think I'm just attacking them. Yeah, QR pass is good. I like to see that. You know what we might need in the sideboard for this matchup specifically is more copies of Aqueous Form, because they can kind of blank Gryff's Boon pretty easily with Cav, or well, not Brick, but they can chump block with it. So maybe it's more important to have like a couple more Aqueous Forms for this matchup, like Aqueous Form over Gryff's Boon, which sounds kind of crazy, but like Gryff's Boon ain't doing shit here, you know. Aether Tunnel. I feel like that's just worse than Aqueous Form though. Just like 1 mana is more important. Also, Scrying is pretty good early on. Can I scoop? They have a Storm in the graveyard. I guess I can take a draw step. I can't attack though, right? Yeah, I don't think I can attack. Maybe they'll like play around Aether Gust. I don't know, probably not. We can attack. They just block and put a Storm on top. Isn't that way worse for me? They block, put a Storm on top, and they can cast Storm twice. I feel like I just have to hope they brick on the Storm and have nothing else. I know, chat, but this has an ability. This has an ability. When it dies, it gets something back. That's bad for us. Obsession makes it a 14-13. Yeah, sure. I don't want to attack into them just getting back a Storm. I'd rather only have them cast Storm once. So it didn't matter, we were dead anyways, but like, change the combat researchers to finish off the playset of Aqueous Form. Yeah, I could see that. Combat research has been kind of mid. We're gonna cut the archers, I think. I don't think we need archer. They don't have interactions, so. Is 11 creatures enough though? Maybe keep like 2 archers. Keep the Sentinel's eyes. Because I feel like we just need a body, you know. I think 11's a little bit too low. Hear me out. What are you saying? I'm listening. This hand's lit, right? The mana base is a little sketchy. This pathway is kind of sketch, but I'm gonna keep it obviously. Sideboard Virtuoso for matchups that don't have removal. Huh? I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. Damping Sphere looks bad. Why is Damping Sphere bad? You just like you just curve out early and then play Damping Sphere like the turn before they're gonna kill you. I think it's fine. Not fine when you draw 2 of them. I think we have to give up Ivy, right? Yeah, we have to give up Ivy this game. Well, at least this turn. Yeah, I was just trying to think if I wanted to, like, maybe play towards the Ivy, but not with 2 white cards in hand. Like, now if I draw a land that casts Ivy, perfect. Now we can go Ivy plus. Which is very, very good. Yes. Get 2 tokens, Pog. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. Okay, not ideal. Let's go attack for 3. So we're gonna play Light-Paws. I don't need to play Damping Sphere this turn. Play it next turn. I've never not seen Mono Green have Elf turn 1. Except for when they don't. They have Elf on turn 4. Aura. Okay, what are we targeting is the question. So remember, Ivy does not trigger off of Light-Paws, because this is putting it onto the battlefield attached to a creature, so it's not targeting it. So maybe I go Curious Obsession on Light-Paws, get a copy of Curious Obsession on Ivy, and then put Aqueous Form on the Light-Paws, right? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I think I like that. Get a copy there. Trigger this. Get the Aqueous Form. And this is a 2-turn clock with the Damping Sphere. Also drawing 2 cards and scrying. I mean, I'm just gonna try and look for an Aether Gust. Because if I draw Aether Gust, I'll hold that up instead of playing the Damping Sphere. Alright. Scout. Sphere. Good luck. Good luck. Hello and good luck. Okay. Any aura should kill them, right? So 3 blockers. This can't be blocked. So this blocks here. This blocks here. This blocks here. It's only 5 damage. So I think I have to give them a turn, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocker, 6 attackers, 3 blockers. Block, 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 take 5. I bottomed an aura? Oh, yeah. I mean, I got greedy. I was looking for Gust, but that might have been a little bit too greedy. Definitely top that one. Yeah, bottoming an aura there might have been a little bit too greedy. Because I was really looking for specifically... I was looking for specifically Aether Gust, but that might have been bad. Is there any point in casting the armor now? Probably not. Alright, go. Yeah, I don't think they can beat 2 spheres. Are we 3-0 with this deck? Let's go. 3-0 with Bogles. Yeah, spheres stack. They do stack. Yeah, I don't think that's good enough, opponent. I really don't think that's good enough. Potential 5-0 with Bogles. Let's go. Yeah, that ain't gonna do it. That ain't gonna do it. Let's go. 3-0. I mean, if somebody's smarter than me can fix the mana base, maybe this deck is really good. Maybe Ivy is what the Boggles deck was missing. I mean, you know, it's powerful until you play against 1 for 1, which is, you know, good design. Because they don't want people just getting 2 for 1, you know? I mean, all my hands have been kind of insane, right? Like, Jesus Christ. I haven't had a bad hand yet. We've played against Mono Green twice and Boros Heroic. Mono Green again? I think this matchup is good. We go, what, Obsession Armor, I think? Just full send. Like, I'm pretty happy to play against Mono Green a ton. I think this has got to be a good matchup. Wish we had more Aqueous Forms, but... Do we go Insight Eyes for max damage, or do we go Insight Research for max draws? Insight Eyes would be... These are both +2. So it's 8. 8 is half their life. Can't cast Insight. Oh yeah, I don't have double white, duh. Okay, never mind. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Alright, well, now it's easy then. I will draw 3 cards unless you want to chump block. Maybe they should chump block. No, I don't want to play another creature. I'm just shoving on this one. I don't want to see a point in playing a second creature here. I just don't want to give them. I want to give them as little time as possible. Also, if they don't block this and I Ancestral Recall, it's so broken. Okay, less good, but how do we do? How do we do well against Rakdos? Yeah, that's a good question. I thought about playing Leyline of Sanctity in the sideboard for Rakdos, which may be a good card, because Liliana is obviously a big issue, but... How many of the unblockables do I have? Yeah, only 1, unfortunately. There should be more in this deck, though. There should definitely be more copies of Aqueous Form. Yeah, there should be at least, like, 3 copies. Cartouche? Yeah, you only have 2 cartouches, though. You could play more of those. Yeah, I just want to draw an Aqueous Form every turn. I mean, Gryff Spoon might be enough this game, but... Kai's Ghost Forms? That is a black card, sir. Anything to give trample? We had 1 green rune, but we cut it, which might be wrong. Could also, what's the 3-mana one? 3 mana +2/+2 lifelink trample from RTR? You could play that card. So I guess we're gonna go Ivy. Yeah, Unflinching Courage, yeah. I have a 10/10. Alright, well, I guess I'll attack you. It's just like no reason not to play this. My life total's irrelevant anyways. Yeah, 3 mana's a lot, but... There's like no other good 3 mana auras too, right? Oh no, Ratchet Bomb Monk S. We need to draw Aqueous Form. Or Gryff Spoon if they don't have a Cav. Play 1 Ghost Form to tutor with Light-Paws. Cast with Mana Confluence. I guess you'd have 4 Mana Confluence, yeah. Sure. I guess that's not bad. Wait, am I dead? Maybe I'm dead. I only have 8 Devotion, though. Right? I feel like I'm not dead. But I could be wrong. I feel like they're short. Wedding Announcement might be sauced. Against Rakdos, yeah, maybe. But yeah, I get like more 3 mana stuff. But in that matchup specifically, you can probably get away with 3 mana stuff. Heroic Intervention. For Supreme Verdict, maybe, yeah. What's the, let's say the Populate cards, like Indestructible Populate. That card's probably worse than just Heroic Intervention, yeah. Because you don't make tokens that much. Oh, actually, hold on. Can I populate a copy of an aura? Does populate say only creatures or no? Because if I can populate copies of auras, that's kind of pog, right? You copy an aura with Ivy and then copy it. Is it only creatures? Man, damn it. Damn it. Fine. Sedge. They're doing stuff. I feel like we're probably dead, but I don't know. Creature token you control and create a token that's a copy of it, yeah. Got a boat. Okay. Still dead to Aqueous Form. No longer dead to Gryff's Boon, though. That's unfortunate. Aqueous Form. Shit. Alright. Do I have a draw step? I might have one more draw step. I perhaps might have one more draw step. Doubt it, but... Staple Bant Charm. Oh, I should have attacked. What was it? Yeah, I should have attacked. That was dumb. I forgot I was going to lose the Obsession. Should have attacked. Whoops. Nissa ult? What does it even do, though? Get all their lands out of their deck, sure, but... Yeah, that was bad. I should have attacked. No, I think Claudia was talking about the new Bant Charm, right? Yeah, 3 mana green in a row. Yeah, Nissa's ult. No, not Nissa's ult. Is this lethal? I just don't know. I just don't know if this is lethal. It might be. I don't know, man. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We get Karn and Kiora back. I feel like this is not lethal. Opponent can go off now if they have a big enough brain. How do they go off here? They have Kiora in the graveyard. I don't know how it's lethal. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. Yeah. Okay. How did they bin the Kiora, though? Oh, I see. I get it now. Yep, okay, I get it now. Yeah, we're dead. I get it now. I gotcha. I'm with you. Alright, so what did we do last time? 2 Gust, 2 Sphere for the Authority, 2 Archer. What was the other card we cut? I think we cut a Sentinel size? Can't remember. No, we cut the Sus. Yeah, we don't want the Sus. The Sus is... Our life total is just irrelevant. I think having more 1-drops is better than the Sus. Our life total is just so irrelevant in this matchup. This does not have white mana, but it does have Scout into Obsession Aqueous Form. Like, this is our single best card in the matchup, I think, so... Definitely gonna keep this. Yeah, you gotta cut the Sus. Aura of Sus. Rune of Sus. Yeah, the Sphere as well. This hand's just good. Obviously, if I draw a white source, it's broken, but this is just a good hand. Yeah. Yeah, Scribe plus draw. Okay. As long as I draw that white source... As long as I draw that white source, chat. As long as I draw the white source... Shit. Awkward. Mod check, white mana. I think I'm just gonna play Damping Sphere here. Yeah. Just gonna play Sphere. Yeah, the mana needs some work. Maybe they Besage you the Sphere? That would be fucking pog. Or in Spike Stream for my last dog tech? No, I don't think I was. I didn't have a lot of time to hang out in Spike Stream today. I was actually doing a lot of work today, surprisingly. I don't usually do a lot of work, but today specifically we were a little bit busy. I know, please Besage you this. Please. Please. I guess I should play Curious Obsession, right? Yeah. I mean, they only have 1 card. This is honestly probably fine. Okay, there we go. So I can play the armor this turn. Yeah. Because the armor costs 2. The armor costs 2. And this is just lethal next turn, so pog. Newbie! Newbie with the 2 gifted subs. If you got gifted sub from Newbie, be sure to thank him in chat. Thank you very much for the gifted subs. You got a little dog tech. Dog tech requested. Only if you guys... I need everybody in chat to wide peepo happy, okay? I need you to wide peepo happy for me. Aww. Aww. Enhance. 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 Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Aww. That is a 11 out of 10 dog, I will say. 11 out of 10 dog. We can look at him again after my opponent's dead. I guess they could have besiege you. Love is ahead. You don't have besiege you. Let's go. Game 3. Game 3. Let's put back up the dog for a second. Aww. He's like, what? I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. I bring you blanket. I bring you blanket. He's so cute. So cute. 11 out of 10, doggo. 11 out of 10. You need blanket? I give you blanket. Here you go, human. That's probably a little too sketchy. Okay, I can work with this one. I think I'm putting back third land? Right, Botanical Sanctum? It's gotta be. Yeah, it's gotta be. Is that our first mull in like 10 games? Yeah, we haven't been mulling very often, so... We have not been mulling very often with this deck. Which is kind of surprising. I thought the mana base was going to be trash, but it actually hasn't been that bad. Does it matter which one we lead with? I guess... Is it better to lead with Ivy? No, it's better to lead with Light-Paws, right? Because we get more on the Light-Paws. Because I go Light-Paws, and then I go Ivy... I can also Ivy plus Armor, copy Armor... Get... Yeah, that's way better. It's better to lead on Light-Paws, I think. It's just more damage, too. Not a dog, but I saw this fox. Can we zoom? He looks very... perchy, if that's a word. This is my rock, not your rock. Can I enhance more? Enhance. 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 Very, very perchy. Okay. Nissa Cav Storm in the Graveyard. Well, how do I kill my opponent next turn? So we go Ivy, Armor the Light-Paws, get Aqueous Form. We have to, right? So we go green, blue, Ivy, Armor the Light-Paws, copy, and then... Did we get Aqueous Form? Aqueous Form, attack for 5? Yeah, it's gotta be Aqueous Form. Attack you. I don't think I'm attacking Nissa. I think I'm just saying fuck Nissa. So they're gonna go to 15. How do I try and kill them next turn? I guess I need access to more armors, right? Maybe I just bottom that? I think I bottom that just looking for more armors, right? I think I have to. I don't think that does much. 3 auras kill? How do 3 auras kill? They have a flying creature in play. They're not gonna attack with this. They have a reach creature. 3 auras don't kill. I need to find more armors. Boss, thank you so much for the 8 months. Appreciate you, buddy. Says, have you been following the NFL this season? Cooper Rush or Dak Friedel starting quarterback? I've been following it a little bit, not too much. Cooper Rush has looked really good, though. I will say that. What's up, boys? So, apologies in advance. I changed the deck a little bit because I played 2 matches with the Simic version. We got absolutely destroyed. And then we decided to splash white. So, we'll pull up this version. We're probably losing this game, but we decided to play white because we thought that Light-Paws and then specifically Armor plus all the glitters were too powerful. So, we started off 0-2 in the first league, dropped with Simic, switched to Bant, and we're 3-0 in this league. So, we're still playing Ivy, though. So, I tried to keep the spirit of the donation deck as much as I could. But it just, like, the issue with the blue-green version is we didn't have enough power. Like, specifically Armor and all the glitters are way too important in Bogles decks because you just need to have more power. The best part about having a creature that they can't target is it being giant, right? So it's like, it's really hard to pressure people when you don't have the Armor and all that glitter stuff. So. Alright, I think played against this person yesterday. I think they were playing Rakdos, right? Well, this is kind of the litmus test. I'm gonna keep this, but Rakdos is could be a little sketch. Okay, no Thoughtseize is good for me. I think I'm going. Well, I'm obviously gonna play this, but I think I'm just gonna curve out like Scout into Archer maybe. Probably discard Mana Confluence. That's fine. Like, yeah, if I just start suiting up this thing, they're just going to Liliana me, so... I think I am just going to play Archer. And then I can suit up the Archer and sack this to Liliana. I guess they could have double Liliana. They don't. Not bad. Not bad. So, I wonder if we just don't Ivy here, right? What if we just double armor? Just say fuck Ivy, right? You want to go Ivy plus armor? I guess we could Ivy armor, and then if they don't kill the Ivy, it's a lot better. And if they do, whatever, who cares? We didn't lose that much, right? We still got a copy of the armor. I mean, Ivy is kind of double armor, but they can just push the Ivy is what I'm saying, right? They can't, if I double armor this, they can't push this. But maybe you're right. Maybe it's just fine to play Ivy armor. I understand what you're saying. I get it. I get it. Ivy forced him to spend mana on killing the Ivy, plus pushes more damage this turn. No, if I double armor, that's more damage, right? You're probably right. Just like forcing them to spend mana on the Ivy, and then if they don't, they just die. Have you seen the red white Yorion deck people have been hyping up? I played it a couple leagues. The first league went pretty well. I went 4-1, and I think there's a YouTube video about that from a couple days ago. Second league I played 2 days ago did not go over as well. I think I like 1-2 dropped or 1-3 dropped or something. So I don't know, just like a little bit of variance there. I think the deck is good. I don't think it's like the end-all be-all, but I do think it's pretty good. Double armor worse versus Lily. I mean, I can still just sack this, right? God, they have like a million extinction events in their sideboard too, right? We have to play her on that next game. I also cannot block this turn. So obviously lose to Liliana, so. Oh my god. Can they play double Liliana this turn? Alright, well, I didn't have it, so. That game won against Rakdos, which is the quote-unquote easier game. This is the game before they have Extinction Event. How do we want the sideboard? I'm gonna be real with you, chat. I don't like any of these cards. Maybe Safekeeping, but that's it, really. Dog Tech on Discord. Where'd you put it? Oh, General. I don't see it. Oh, you DM me. Little Claudio Dog Tech. Hold on. Claudio Dog Tech. White people happy? White people happy, chat? He's so cute. Oh, it's Fingers' dog. Okay. Fingers' dog. Anyways, white people happy. He's so cute. We need the Orvar tech for Liliana. Yeah. How many Safekeepings do I even want? Because obviously, like, Safekeeping, protecting this is kind of whatever. Probably don't need the sus against them, right? We can cut the sus. Like our, I guess Racing does come up kind of often, but I guess this also replaces itself. Maybe this is fine. Trim an Ivy, maybe, on the draw against the Mono Fatal Push deck, because I don't really ever want to tap out for Ivy. Let's go with this. You cast an Orvar, you can start picking tokens. Oh, Orvar. I'll look into 6. Oh, I'm going to keep this. Not quite as good as the first hand, but... This fucking fly, man. This fly is killing me. I guess it is kind of nice against specifically... It's nice against specifically Extinction Event that we have split mana cost. So we can kind of do it this way. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit weird trying to play around Extinction Event. Like, if I draw an Aura, I might just go, like, Aqueous Form on Archer, and then, like, Armor on Scout or something like that. But that's also worse against Liliana. It's kind of it's a tough line to thread. What if I just fucking blocked? Thoughts on just Yep block? Just Yep block and then play more creatures? I mean, I just have so many creatures, right? And I don't have any good auras in my hand. And, like, honestly, if I draw an aura, like, let's say I draw 1 mana aura, I can just go, like, if I trade with Archer, I can just go, like, Scout, double 1 mana aura, and just, like, accept my loss to Extinction Event or something. I think I'm going to block. I like this block. Or I can draw more Tower Archers, too, I guess. So let's go Aqueous Form here, and then we can play a Tower Archer. 1/1 cannot be blocked. Alright, top that. That one's good. 19 on the board. And I've been thinking this could be the end of me. Discard Croxa. Okay. Dog and Swing in general. My Discord ignore me in the background. Where's my Discord? Can I make this bigger? Yeah, I can. Oh, I gotta escape now. Need to go over here. Look at the dog. Look at the dog in the swing. Oh, he's so good. Look at that. Look at the dog in the swing. Oh, man. It's so good. Alright, I'm not blocking this time. This time I'm not blocking. Liana and Akamaru. Nice, nice, nice. Dog and swing is dope. I like dog and swing. Okay, let's go. Glitters here. Slam for 3. Is that one something we want? I feel like we need a little bit more power than that. We need to find, like, more of this stuff. I'm gonna get greedy and bottom it. I think I'm gonna play another Tower Archer here. It's 2 damage and a blocker. I guess Vigilance is important, because Vigilance means they can't really attack. Maybe it's fine. I think I'm gonna trade for the Shaman token. I'm gonna trade for this. I know they can get this back, but I feel like I need to find another copy of this to race. Yeah, that's not good. Alright, we'll go to game 3. Maybe the sus is good. Just like just lifelink to race. Maybe Gryff's Boon is not as relevant, because they're not playing that many blockers anyways, right? Although, we're on the play, so maybe we don't need lifelink as much in the play. Alright, let's just try this. Not my basket, all my eggs. Pretty good hand for game 3 of the finals. Pretty good hand for game 3 of the finals, I would say. I mean, this is kind of sketchy against Liliana, but definitely sketchy against Liliana. Maybe we have to play Leylana Sanctity in the sideboard just for Liliana. Maybe that's the answer to Rakdos. You probably have I would say you probably have a favorable matchup against Rakdos if you have Leylana Sanctity. I think I'm just gonna play all that glitters here. I guess either one is awkward against Thoughtseize, but because, like, if I play Tower Archer, they can just Thoughtseize the glitters, or if I play it this way, they can just Thoughtseize the Tower Archer and then Liliana me. And show me misery. Yeah, I feel like it probably would have been right to play Leylana Sanctity. Should have played the Mana Confluence. I mean, hindsight's 2020, I guess. I guess it's not hindsight though. Yeah, maybe you're right. But, like, what am I really protecting anyways? Probably have second Liliana here. I don't think I can play around it. I think I just have to jam. Wait, they're at 14. What if I attack them? Is that crazy? It's kind of crazy. I guess if I am attacking Liliana, maybe it doesn't make sense to play this. Probably still does, though, right? Yeah, I guess they have Thoughtseize. Alright. Please do not have a second Liliana. Hit them? No, I have to hit Liliana, I think. Because if I hit them, they just play a blocker, and then Liliana me again, right? Yeah. Alright, go. Feels bad, man. Yeah, this... I mean, even if we had Leyline, it probably wouldn't have done that much this game. Maybe it wouldn't. Maybe it would have. But, yeah. Probably want Leyline in a matchup like this. Alright, we're done. Had a good start to the league, but Lost to Mono Green, lost to Rakdos. I think there is something here. I do think that we have a good start. The mana base needs a little bit of work. Definitely want more copies of Aqueous Form for the Mono Green matchup. This card's probably irrelevant. So I could see cutting this, maybe cutting, like, these. These are, like, the 3 cards that you could probably easily cut. Maybe play, like, 2 more Aqueous Forms, and then maybe you want to play either a second, probably just the 3rd Staggering Insight at that point. And then, yeah, the mana base needs a little bit of work. And sideboard probably want Leyline of Sanctity, ? Just specifically for Rakdos, because Liliana's and Thoughtseize are just such a beating. So, yeah, maybe SRAM 2, like 1 IV out, 1 SRAM in. Maybe you can go like minus an IV, minus the Staggering Insight, play 2 SRAM, something like that. But yeah, overall, deck felt pretty good. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're watching this on YouTube, you know what to do. Thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought.